And one fish, two fish. And one fish, two fish. And one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. All right, there we go. Sound check is good. Hey, Napsmore, how are you doing? And a red fish. All right, let's get the echoes off. Twitch is running fine. YouTube seems to be running fine. Napsmore is in the house, and I am working on this Oracle outfit. That's what I'm calling this, an Oracle outfit. I'm going to work a little bit on this today, and then maybe a Rocket Gal, maybe another outfit. We'll see how this goes. I think what I want to do is, so if you were here Tuesday, I was not happy with how this was going, because at that point we were pleating it and we were gathering it and it was just acting nasty. So I've kind of reworked everything. So now I'm a lot happier with how this is looking. So next thing to do, also I'm going to smooth this out, but I'm either going to do that with ZBrush or Blender right there where it's bunched up on the front of the ankle. Other than that, we just have to assign some materials on this and start getting it exported out. Let's, first things first. I was working on the sleeves when you were paying attention. All right, well, we have the sleeves now. That might have been, I don't know, did I do the sleeves Thursday? I don't remember anymore. I think I was doing Rocket Gal on Thursday. I may have done the sleeves. Anyhow, we've got sleeves. We got leggings. We got kind of a main dress with a little bit of a cape thing going on. I'm optimistic that this will turn out into a nice outfit. We are currently on the Genesis 8. I'm finding that if I work on Genesis 8 or Genesis 9 female, I'm on the Genesis 9 female. If I do the Genesis 9 female first, and then I can fork to the Genesis 9 base and the Genesis 8 female and get and kind of smooth out my workflow that way. Going from Genesis 8, because Genesis 8 is so much bigger than Genesis 9, it tends to be a little awkward to downsize things. It's a little easier for me to scale it up. Anyhow, let's set up some materials. Oh, there's a couple of things we want to do. I don't think I have made these in the quads yet, so let's do that. I'll come down into here. Yep, everything's still triangles. Let's try quad optimize and see if that works out. See if it does anything. It's thinking about it. It's contemplating it. It's thinking, I don't know, maybe. Oh, it did it. All right. So now we're all in quads. These aren't great quads, but they're better than tris. This makes it a lot easier to work with if I have to do stuff in Blender. I think I got to do a bunch of cutting and sewing. And then we can start assigning materials. Okay, so those are done. Let's start with that. Let's do the, come on, there it is. Let's do the leggings. Leggings. And then we're going to have leggings trim. So we'll copy that. Leggings. And I do underscores because that's the way Blender exports material names. Leggings and leggings trim. So let's grab all of this. Make that leggings trim. Somewhere in here, I think I can. Am I in the right thing? Did I got the right tool? Did I not? Somewhere in here should be fabric. There it is. There we go. I can assign all of that right there. Leggings trim. And actually, I should give this a color and give that a color, just so we can kind of see what we're doing. I wish it exported out with these colors, but it doesn't do that. But I still give them separate colors just to make it. It helps me make sure I've got what I think assigned. So you are a leggings trim. You all, oops, I did a little. You all are going to be leggings. All right, that's good. Let's do the sleeves. Oh, I'm missing trim on that part. Are you guys even cut? You're not even cut yet. I'm going to delete these because I forgot I forgot what my measurements were on these. And then I'm going to redo these. These are offset as interior lines, internal lines. Did we say 20? I think I did say 20. And then we'll just cut and sew all of that. And then I think I still have to cut and sew all of these so that we can set up our separate surfaces. Let's add a fabric in here, and this will be sleeves. Give sleeves a color. And then let's copy that, and this will be sleeves trim. I'm going to really thick trims on this one because I want to put nice kind of pattern work through these edges here on this outfit is kind of what I'm thinking. Normally I would do really thin trims, but for this one I want like a thick trim look on the edges here. Alright, let's alright, and then I'm just going to select all of these, set them to trim. It's just easier to grab all of this stuff at once, and then I can just grab the sleeve parts like that and give them just sleeves, and that works. Okay, this is going to be dress, and I think we're going to put this on the 2 maps. Is kind of how I have this set up right now. I'm contemplating, part of me wants to leave everything kind of running up and down. If I use patterns on this material, it'll look a little more uniform that way. Because part of me is thinking this isn't really an optimized UV layout, but so if I do that, at least they're lined up a little better. And I think this will be a UDEM and this will be a UDEM. I probably should move this over here and then size accordingly. Anyhow, let's set up the dress fabric. Fabric's just going to be, and I'm not just going to have a dress. I'm going to have a dress front skirt. Let's call that dress front skirt. I still have to cut and trim a bunch of stuff here, and you are going to be, right now you're these trim pieces, so we'll just call you dress front skirt or dress trim front. Do I want to just say trim? We'll say dress trim. Front skirt, and that's basically going to be this trim here. Alright, let's chop up this stuff. I haven't done it yet, so we're going to just grab all of these little lines and do cut and sews with them. And we're going to take a look at our geometry just to make sure I don't have to. Sometimes I get really nasty looking quads in these, and if that happens, I'll just make them tries because I'm lazy. So these, I'm optimistic they won't be too bad because they're thick. When I do the real thin ones, they can get a little weird. Anyhow, let's cut and sew those. And then let's cut and sew that. And then I think maybe we'll get rid of this and this. These little lines. And you are already separated. So, alright, we're moving on to here. Actually, I'm going to redo this. I'm going to cut and sew this one first. So we're going to back up a little bit here. Changed my mind. Let's go to mesh view so I can kind of spot when I've made my, sometimes it's, dang it. There we go. This way I can kind of spot when my cut and sew. Are you still separate? You are not still. You are. All right, we're back to one piece. Excellent. All right, let's cut and sew this. And we're going to cut and sew these. I kind of like the idea of this being a one smooth piece as opposed to these going this way. That's just the aesthetics. Cut and sew that. And I think I can just get rid of, I'm just going to lose that. These geometries aren't too bad. And then we're just kind of do the same thing here. Part of me almost wants to make that, nah, I'm just going to live with that. All right, let's cut and sew that. And then we're just going to end up deleting these, but we got to cut and sew these first. And then I'm going to get rid of you and get rid of you. And are you good? I did not cut and sew you. You ran away. You got unselected. Have I complained about the selection tools yet today? I probably. All right. Moving along. That looks awful. My geometry's a little weird. Oh, I've got it set to 5. Let's reset that back to 10. I like the way 10 millimeter polys deforces a little better. It's a little faster in DAZ, and actually sometimes it just looks a little weird. So I'm getting a little bit of weirdness there, but it's not getting horrible. This side looks perfectly fine. This side is getting just this little weird angle to it, but it's not too bad. Sometimes they get really sharp, and that's when I'll probably just turn them to tries. All right, we're just going to do this and this. Cut and sew those. That's really janky. Oh, that turned out better. Oh, now this side's janky. What the hell? I can say I'm not really happy with that. And these, that's right, these are mirrored. Let me see. That is definitely not 10. It's totally not 10. Maybe if I drop an internal line in here, it'll force a little bit better look. I don't know. Let's offset internal line. Let's go 9. If I do that, does that force this to get a little neater? That did kind of force it to get a little neater. Okay. Although I'm getting these little weird. So what if we say 10? Ten looks a little bit better. Although I'm getting this. Maybe if we say 15. And I'm not crazy about this over here, so I'm probably... This is going to make for a really weird poly right there. So I probably should arg. I might back this up a little bit and then try to... So let's back up to before we cut and sew these. This one was looking janky. I'm going to add some internal lines in here and then... See how weird that is? You know, can I just add another internal line off of that? But then I'm getting a weird, and then maybe another one over here. And then I'm going to cut and sew these and see if that works out a little bit better. Although I think, let's try 15. So I'm going to back up to here. Let's put both of these at, say, 15, see how that works. That's 152, that's 15. That might work out. And then if we cut and sew these, yeah, I'm getting weirdness right through there. See, this is 15, so those definitely should have a line in the middle of it. I am getting better connections in here, although it's a little janky. All right, maybe we go back to 10. It's funny, at 10 I was getting a little extra line in there. At 15 I'm not. Well, we'll try 10 again. Let's try 10 and then we'll cut and sew. I'm going to do that. Then we're just going to cut and sew these. I'm still not happy with that, but it's a little bit better. It just does that really weird, doesn't it? Maybe we'll back up a little bit, try this again. Now we'll offset as an internal line. Let's maybe try 8. And then cut and sew. And then this is weird. Oh, for crying out loud. Arg. How many do I have in here? I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. What I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we just do 4 internal offsets. This is just annoying. Yeah, exactly. Why did it do that? What the hell? This just is not an acceptable level of polys, right? All right, let me try. If we say 8 and we do 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, say okay on that. And then cut and sew these. It's kind of janky looking, but I think that's going to work. Maybe I'll try that with 10, see if that works any better. It's not as horrible. Yo, Zach, how are you doing? I'm just making this stuff up as I go. Honestly. I'm going to call it Martian. That way I'm not stepping on any cultural toes. And I don't have to have any sort of weird accuracy. I don't have to pay attention to sources. All right, let's try this once more. We're going to do 10. I'm just having weirdness with my geometry trying to set some things up. I haven't quite forgotten about the snake yet, Zach, so it's eventually will get done. And my brain stopped. I'm going to offset his internal lines. This time we're going to try 10. And I'm going to say okay to that. And it's doing this thing, but that might improve when we do the cut and sew. So let's do our cut and I got the wrong line there. I want that line and that line. It's an overdress for that. Yeah, it's a little overdressed for Mars, right? She's got no panties though. Does that make it okay? She's an oracle. She's an official. There we go. Let's try this again. Am I going to live with that? These are a little janky, but I don't know. Maybe the 8 worked a little better. Let's undo. I'm trying to get not horrible geometry in here. I think the 8, I think we do 8 steps. Oh, that's a goofy ass step up there too. I shouldn't have put that there. Okay. We're just gonna try 9. And if that's not looking good, I'll go back to 8 on my steps. So we're gonna do 9 millimeters. I don't know if I want that to go all the way like that or not. I think I'm just going to redo that. And offset internal line. I'm going to maybe just take that back one. Do that. Now let's see if this looks any better. See, that's really nasty right there. The 8's, I don't think I was getting that with the 8, was I? Yo, Art, how are you doing? I mean, possibly if I put a line all the way through it, that might help break that up. I'm just going to try that. Let's just put an obnoxious internal line in here, right through the center. And then cut and sew. Cut and sew these. See, I'm still getting this weirdness. It's funny because I have a nice shape here, but as soon as I cut this, it just says, nah, bro, we're not doing that. You know, this would be acceptable. And I guess what I could do is in Blender, I could assign the materials, or in Daz, and maybe just leave this like that. Because, I mean, granted, this is a little janky, but this will work. If I get rid of those, is it? No, actually, those improved things a lot, didn't they? Maybe I put in another one over here. And then maybe another one over in here. And then do the same thing here. In the newer versions of Marvelous Designer, it wouldn't like these internal lines. It would barf on me. Did that do anything? It's thinking about it. See, that kind of smooths the geometry out a little bit over there. Maybe we'll just add another one in here. Oops, I don't think I got all the way to the edge on that one. Let's do this. Extend to trim to pattern outline. And let's just make sure that goes to the pattern outline. Yeah, this is looking better. And then I'll do this over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign, we're going to call all of this right now dress. I'm going to dress top trim, and then in Blender or Daz, I'm going to reassign these polys to the other surface, because doing my cut and sew trick here isn't working. I'm extending trim to pattern outline on that one. Then I'm just going to add You know, that's not too bad. I might leave that one alone. And then this should be mirrored. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's copy that. We're going to call you dress top trim. Like that. Uh-oh, ad break in progress. I'm sorry. Nope, wrong tool. Okay, that should be good. You're all going to be dress top trim. We'll give that a color. And I hope everybody's back from the ad break. Let's give you a color that we can spot, and did that work? This is still strengthened. Oh, excuse me. So let's unstrengthen that so we can see it. Okay, so we did assign that color. Dress front skirt. I have not assigned the dress front trim yet, which is these ones here. That, and that. Dress front trim. Is that? Why you no change color? Because you're just messing with my mind. That's what it is. Let me just do that. Gotta go help the beauty queen slash Solis with her musical dreams. All right, take care, Art. We will catch you later, man. I have a Princess of Mars outfit. That's the reason why this one will be Oracle. I'm not sure I want to say Barsoom. That might be still trademarked. I'm not sure about the trademarks. Trademarks and copyright. Well, I know the early editions of Princess of Mars are out of trademark or out of copyright now. But something like Barsoom may be a trademark. It's that freaking Disney company. Or the estate of Edgar Rice Burroughs is pretty keen on protecting their IP rights too. Granted, dude's been dead for a long time, but he still has an estate that collects money. So I'm not sure if you can like make a Tarzan movie that says Tarzan, because that might be a trademark. But on the other hand, you can publish Tarzan books without. I think. I'm not sure if Tarzan's in the public domain or not. Don't quote me on that. I know Princess of Mars was 1913, so that's been in the public domain for a while. Or 1914, somewhere in there. So at this point, it's 1929 and earlier is all in the public domain. On the other hand, see, this is where it gets tricky. It's like you can use pictures of Mickey Mouse, but only if it's the Mickey Mouse from the 1929 and earlier cartoons. And I'm not sure you can actually say Mickey Mouse per se on the shirt, because that might fall under trademark. And you definitely, if you're using a Mickey Mouse picture, need to make sure it's that pre-1929 or earlier. Otherwise, yeah, those Disney lawyers will come after you. They got nothing better to do. Disney pays them too much money. What am I doing? We're doing the dress back. Let's copy that. Let's come over here. Dress back skirt. Dress rear. I'm going to say rear. My general naming, if it's on the butt, we call it rear. If it's not exactly on the butt, I call it back. So because this is mostly butt, we're going to call that rear. Rear skirt. Let's do that. Let's copy that and make a trim. So this will be trim rear skirt. And then we're just going to select all of this, make that all trim. And then I can just take that, just drop that right there. All right, let's set up some colors for this stuff. I don't know, we'll use the purple, and we'll make you dark purple. The Princess of Discord. Did you not get assigned? What the hell? Dude, come on, man. I did that. Oh, it's because they were all still selected, and then I want to do that, and there we go. All right, we've got the rear, we've got that. We still have to do the cape. So, dress cape is what this will be called. Yo, Charles, in the house, baby. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're feeling well. Oh, I didn't do the shout out for art. Art. Check out art. Zach, if you ever got, Zach or Napsmore, if you guys ever have links, y'all's got links you want to share, feel free. Just drop them in the chat. You guys, I'm not going to get annoyed. If you got stuff you want to promote, we're totally cool on that. And there's the art command. Thank you, Charles. Did you have to work today, Charles? Charles works for one of the greatest companies in the world. He owns part of it. Is that right? Which hopefully means that that they're concerned about the workers and don't treat you as disposable assets. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like your company seems to treat people right. And my brain has stopped. Where's my cape? There's my cape. We're going to change the color of the cape. And I'm just going to, and then we just need a cape trim. So we're going to copy that and call it cape trim. Trim cape. Because I always put trim first for the trim. And then what it is. This way all the trims and all the other parts are sort of separated out. I think that's the way I like to do it. It's one or the other. We're going to go with trim cape today. Did I not? That's fine. I'm going to reorder these in a little bit. I don't know if it makes any difference. So we're going to just select all of this. Oh no, left the phone in the car. It'll get cold out there. All by itself. Uh-oh, I missed part of my trim. That one right there. All right, I think this is good. 40 minutes later. We have everything set up. We're going to set up our, let's see, we got our zone set up. The only thing I have to do is I'm going to reassign this later on because cutting and sewing that is just causing chaos. You know what? I'm going to move these over to here. I like the way that's oriented. I don't really want to overly efficient that package. So let's go here to, I probably want to move these out just a little further. give myself a little more room for this. And then we're going to set up the UV mapping. And then we're just, so that is a hot mess right now. So we'll redo that. And then the idea is to try to get these into these squares. So can I just select all? That would be too easy. I got to do it this way. And then we're just going to scale this down. So we're trying to fit this. Oh no, those look off. I don't have trim down here. I thought I had trim down here. Dang it. Oops. I keep forgetting the nudge in this is crazy at this level. So I think I'm just going to kind of line that up in there. You're not lining up right. What the hell? Apparently craptastic selection tools have foiled me again. Oh, and okay, that's pretty close. So what we're going to do is grab this and just kind of scale that down until the leggings are just inside. I think we're close. Something like that. And is this all inside? That's all inside. I can always just pull this down a little bit. That's probably going to work. Okay, I got to still finish up these. And apparently I didn't. I've got those assigned wrong. So I still need to add little trim zones on the bottom of the leggings. Do that. And are you cut and sewn? Is that my problem? No. Leggings trim. You're supposed to be leggings trim. Your leggings trim. You and you are leggings trim. I got these lines down here. And we're going to cut and sew those. And we're going to scroll down and take a look at how bad. That's not too bad. And we're going to make those leggings trim as well. And I should be good. And everything still looks like it's in a good shape. So, and I've got the leggings coming down the bottom of the feet. They're not looking goofy. Let's just double check the UV editor and see if anything, it did go amiss. I did those cuts and it said, bro, we're going to move stuff. So I have to redo this again. It's okay, it goes quicker the second time. And then we just pull you back until we get those leggings just to the other side of that. Zoom in to make sure I'm not overlapping something. Let's slide this all up a little bit. I think that's going to be good. All right. Let's hit save. And you hate getting old. Thought you had left your car, walked out all the way out there, get back in, and you'd put it on your bed. Oh no. Instead of where it was supposed to be. Yeah, I'm having that tendency too. I'm getting ready to go out and I pick stuff up and then I like stick it on a kitchen counter or stick it on the sofa before I go out. And then it's like I get out and I'm going, where's the phone? What the hell? Or when I leave it on the bed. You know, I'm just going to blame Mitch McConnell for that too. What the hell? Turtle Dude can take the blame. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. We're ready to start exporting. I think We're going to do leggings, sleeves, and dress. I'm going to hit save. We're going to make the Genesis 8 version first. So we're going to file. Am I done with all? So what I want to do is kind of make sure I'm done with all the work I want to do in here. And I think I am. All right, so let's move on. We'll do a save as project. This will be the Genesis 8 version. G8 fski and save. And now we'll fit this to a Genesis 8 morph target. Let's do some simulation properties. I'm going to turn gravity off for this. And then let's, we have a morph target, so we'll load in our morph target. And my morph target's a scaled down shape, so we're going to do that. So we have to scale this back up in DAZ, but that's okay, that works. You are a morph target. I'm going to say okay. One of the things I don't like about Marvelous Designer is you can't undo applying a morph target. It's kind of annoying. Okay, that sort of worked. We got a little bit of bunchiness here, but I've got gravity turned off. Wait a minute, I see the legs are still moving. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna do that. We got a little bit of wrinkles in these. If I do this, that will kind of smooth it out. We're going to cheat. We're going to do that. And I think my sleeves got... I kind of like the little bunchiness that I got in the sleeves. I sort of wish I had that. And we are floating a little bit, so let's get some gravity back in here. There, we got about half gravity. I'm going to pull the back down a little bit, maybe get this pulled down a bit more, because I got a little bit of funkiness right in there. I think this is going to be good. Maybe a little bit there. I'm not quite getting the butt crack, so that's good. Remember, kids, crack kills. I'm going to let that settle out. I think this will be good for the Genesis 8. And then we can export that out. We'll take a look. Actually, that seems to smooth out when I strengthen it. So, yeah, my nasty, although I'm getting weird, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can maybe just smooth it out with ZBrush or something. All right, let's hit save on this. And let's export this out. And I need to set up a folder for this. So we haven't done that yet. So let's do that while we export. Activate the right tool. Do that. File, export, OBJ selected. Servant outfit is something different. We're going to call... I do have an outfit. I've kind of taken part of that genie outfit that I made for Charles, and I'm going to make a servant outfit out of that. But right now, I want Oracle. We're going to call this an Oracle. New folder. Oracle. Did I spell Oracle right? I don't know. I got to double check. I should make sure I'm spelling Oracle right before I get too far along. It's an LE. Is it LE? Not Oracle Corporation. Oracle. There we go. And then we're just going to put this in here. Let's make a whip folder. This is going to be Oracle. We're going to say MOM. I think I will make this part of the Maidens of Mars. MOM Oracle. Or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Genesis 8 female. And this is the dress. Okay, should be good. Do that. Oh, I forgot to put the 9.41 on it. That's okay. Weld, thin, and meters. Okay. Let's do the sleeves. File, export, OBJ selected. I'm going to say sleeves. Probably okay. And then we'll do leggings. Leggings. Oops, actually we do this. Leggings, okay. Alright, I'm going to hit save on this. And then we're going to reopen. Reopen this one. All right, now we're going to save this for the Genesis 9 base. G9 base, or base G9. Do that. Okay, now we're going to change this to fit the base G9 shape. We'll do that same thing. We'll load in a morph target with the base. Load as a morph target. I'm going to cancel that. We're going to turn gravity off. Then I'm going to load the morph target. Right there, G9 base, Captain Androgyny, load as a morph target. Wait a little bit, let it settle out. Probably good. Do I want to strengthen? You know what, I'm going to just strengthen these up. Let those kind of smooth out a little bit. That got a little bunchy though, didn't it? This one's definitely going to need a little bit of touch up in the Blender. It's funny, the Genesis 8 fit better. Or does. You know, we'll do this with ZBrush. We'll update the base geometry in ZBrush. Alright, let's get a gravity on. Do that, let it settle. And then we'll do our exporting. Alright, let me, did I save this? I did save it, but here, we'll hit save. Actually, I got a little bit of bunchiness over here. Let's see if we can maybe smooth this out just a little bit. And what I might do is, you know what, I think I'm going to strengthen that right there. I got the, let's see if that helps that shape a little bit. probably good. It got a little stretched, but that's probably okay. If I want to refit it, so if it doesn't really nicely fit the Genesis 9 female shape, we do have the base that we can go back to. Well, let's see how this goes. Alright, let's stop that. Hit save. Export OBJ selected. I am totally in the wrong folder again. And let's do Dress G9. And just a quick check just to make sure. Every now and then it likes to mess with me and change my settings. So don't get too comfortable. Oops. You know, I didn't actually select those. I just touched them, but this is a case where it said, nah, that's close enough. You wanted those. Export. See, there I am complaining about the selection tools again. These are the leggings, and these are the ones for G9. Oops, dang it, I clicked on the wrong thing. Let's say G9 here. And save that. I'm going to say okay to this. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fit it to G9 first, and then I'm going to try to auto fit it to G8. And then if I'm not happy with that shape, we can use the G8 stuff we exported to update the geometry on that. And this is and these are the sleeves. These are the sleeves for G9. So let's try that. All right, I think we're good. So what I can do is, what that'll allow me to do is assign this material zone once. And it also generates those nice loosen morphs. So I can get those in G9 and the G8. So let's hit save. Let's put you off to the side. Let's go over to Daz Studio. And let's rig that stuff up. And I need to make a folder for this, so let's set that up. Let's go to projects. Let me pop into my template folder here. Let me just double check and see if I've got. Have I updated this with my shader stuff? I have. You got my generic textures in here yet? Yeah, there's the generic textures. Okay, this is good. Alright, we're just going to. I don't actually need the data folder, and I don't need that whip folder, so we're just going to grab these. And this is going to get copied over to. I think this was in Martian, something like that. Martian Maidens. Oracle, there we go. And we're just going to put this folder structure right here. And let's come down into here. And we'll create a new folder here. Maidens of Mars. Oracle. I'm in the Genesis 8 folder. G8 female. And then we'll come over to Genesis 9. And we'll add a folder for that there. And this will be the G9. Right, looks good. I'm going to, before I get too far along, grab my generic materials and shaders and things. So, and I can't see chat anymore because of this window's in the way. There we go. So we're going to go over to the current project that I'm slowly, Maidens of Mars dancer outfit, I'm trying to get submitted to Daz. I've just been having a hard time focusing. But in here, I want to come down to here, and here, 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 and I'm just going to copy this material folder here, and come down to here. We'll paste a copy of that in there, and we're going to clean this up. So what I don't need is I don't need all these materials because those are for the dancer outfit. We're going to leave this here, and we're going to get rid of all of these. These are the D-Force options. Well, this will become MOMO, MOMO simulation settings. Right now they're MOMD for dancer, MOMO. Okay, and then these we don't need because those are dancer outfit hierarchical material files. And then these, we're just going to rename them all to MOMOs instead of MOMDs. These are just my generic, can be used on anything shaders. We use the handy dandy power tools rename. MOMD will become MOMO, and apply that. It should be good. Then I can come over here and just copy this, and we'll stick a copy of that over here with the G9 version. Alright, now we're ready to add this into DAZ. So what did I call you? You're right here in Oracle, so let's do that. Okay, we're going to go to our content library. We're going to come up into here and go to Content Directory Manager. And we're doing DAZ Studio formats, so we're going to do that. Yep. Most people will probably have one, maybe two or three. PAs, on the other hand, probably have dozens, like I do. So these are all individual DAZ folders. We're going to add the Oracle folder to this. You're in Mars, Maidens, Oracle. So we're going to add that and then apply that. And now this is part of my DAZ directory. So we have these folders in here. We're going to start with the Genesis 9 version. So we have a place that we can now start making this stuff. Let's put you over there. I bring you a little over here. You could be a little like that. All right, let's get a Genesis 9 in here. Yay. All right, let's import our OBJ. Import an existing file. Let's go to, once again, we're navigating back to the projects. Let's start with the Genesis 9 Druss. Should be good. Do I want to smooth that out? I probably don't have to. It'll probably smooth out with whatchamacallit, D-Force. Let's test the D-Force right off the bat, though, before we get too far. I'm going to make it a D-Forced item, and we'll just run a sim. And it seems to be working just fine. We're just making sure that it doesn't vanish right off the bat and it doesn't explode too easily. So that seems okay. I might smooth that out because that's got kind of a hard edge on it. I probably should have maybe, let's go back. No, I'm going to leave that alone over here. I think if I smooth it out, I'll just smooth it out in here. Anyhow, let's do that. All right, let's start doing our converting. And then I'm going to assign another material zone right in here. Transfer tool, that's next. Click here to, nope, you are not the transfer tool. You are my transfer tool. There we go. And we are Genesis 9 favorites. MOM Oracle dress, G9, base, dress. I'm going to say long, tight, and we'll accept that. All right, first step is done. Let's go clean up our material names because those are probably garbage. And also we can assign this. Let's see, how did the material names come over today? Do that. Tool settings. Face groups. Hey, I got face groups. Yay. See, that's not too bad. I got dress cape front. Dress front skirt. Get rid of that. This is that garbage. This isn't too bad though. It's a hell of a lot better than material 0248. There's the top trim. So this we got to make a top zone out of. That is the trim. You know, that should say trim top. I got that backwards. Because I want the tops to, the trims to be all together. Top, trim top. And that still needs to be cleaned up. Dress trim. Which one are you? You're dress trim front skirt. Okay. I'm getting confused. Okay, that goes away. Dress trim rear skirt. Goes away. All right, let's we're going to select faces through here, and we're going to assign it to a new material. So there. Oh, are you not? There we go. That's better. I got a little bit of jankiness there. And then what I'm going to do is we'll slowly build this up in parts, I think. Create surface from selected. Dress. Top. And accept that. And just to make sure I'm going in the right direction, I can do that and kind of hide them as I go. So we're just going to assign all of this to that. This is a little tedious. Will not lie. Can I just, you know what? Can I just select, ring select or something that? I'm trying to get clever here. I'm probably going to regret this. Select loop. How far did you go? That looked like it worked out well. We'll assign that to there and hide that. So I've got a little bit up here in the corner I got to kind of reassign. Assign those. Assign these. I can't see under here. I'm probably going to have to hide something. So you come over here. So am I able to just grab that? Yep. Yay. And assign those to the top as well. There we go. Assign those to the top. Something didn't look like it went right there. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And I'm going to maybe sort this bottom part out. If I can isolate them out, it will make selecting a little bit easier. If I can get these so they're just little islands. Dang it. So assign that. And then I think that might loop select nicely. No, that did not loop select nicely. That is not what I wanted it to do. Oh, it's because this is an n-gon. What the hell? We gotta update this. I got an n-gon in here, I think. Let's go fix in Blender. And then I'm going to, well, I'm going to export this out. We're going to assign these, we're going to export it out, and then we'll bring it back in. Since I'm in the middle of doing this tedious material assignment. And if I got, oh, and I selected all of the stuff that I did. Are you part of my, oh, you guys are part of the whatchamacallit. I gotta zoom in. Boop, 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 boop. Gotta maybe, can I just get that piece right there without selecting something else? And then maybe I can just come through here. And assign that, hide that, and I think I can just select all of that way, and then assign that. All right, now we're making progress. Now see if we can maybe come through here. You know what, let's hide and see if I can get this from the back side. Oh, I got a nice clean loop through there, don't I? So I don't have to worry about that. We can, let's clean up this edge here. So if I could just grab through here. So I'm going to try to make that into an island, and then it makes it a lot easier to just select connecteds. And now I'm going to switch over. Let's hide the thing. Where's the thing? Hide that thing and see if I can get this from the back side. Yeah, I think so. There we go. Do that. Sign that. Hide that. And then I should be able to just grab the rest of it like that. Sign that. And I think I'm good. So there's all right, we're going to export it out, take it in the blender, fix any n-gons that might be existing, and then bring it back. And we'll just have to re-rig it, but I'll have my material zones set up, so that should be good. So it's not a total waste. Let's bring that back into view. Let's export you out to, I don't know, where was I? Do you actually remember where I was? Yep, there we go. I'm going to overwrite that because I'm bold that way. Want to replace it? Yes. I am going to write surfaces. Sometimes I forget to do that, and it bites me in the butt. Oh, I forgot to pop. Where's my apologies if anybody was chatting on YouTube. I seem to have closed my YouTube window. Hey, there's Quasi. I'm sorry. I accidentally closed my YouTube pop-up. I see Quasi popped in over there, and I see Art said hi. So, hello, YouTube. I know, I'm not a good YouTube streamer yet. I'm not actually a good Twitch streamer. Hey, Quasi's still there. Sorry, I now got my chat, so I can see that. I accidentally closed it and realized I hadn't. Why is Chris streaming on YouTube? Just in case Twitch goes belly up. It's nice to have a second stream. Also, my friend Yaz kind of inspired me. She's over on YouTube these days. And I know Jay has done the Twitch thing. Although he's managed to merge both chats together. I've been too lazy to try to do that with Restream. I think he uses Restream.io. I think he's doing it for free, but I'm not sure. All right, we've done this. We've exported. Let's go fix our geometry in Blender and bring it back and re-rig it. The only problem I don't like about that is it means that I can't use my original Marvelous Designer versions to make morphs. Because Marvelous Designer wasn't smart enough to not give me n-gons. Damn you, Marvelous Designer. That shouldn't be an n-gon, though. I don't have cuts in there. So I don't know what it thinks it's doing. Anyhow, let's do this. We'll activate this import. Let's go find... let's go to projects. It also means that I might be able to get away with this for the G8 version too. We'll see how this works out. Oh, brain is stopping. Martian. There we go. Maidens and oracles, and I went to the wrong folder, so we'll go back up. Let's go to the right folder, and the WIP folder, and the Genesis 9 dress is right there. And we're going to pop into edit mode, and we're going to go into face mode, and we're going to do select by trait, faces by sides, and we want to select greater than, and we're going to come over here and bring up our statistics, and we're going to look over here. And it says I don't have any that have greater than 4 faces. So it isn't broken. So why did it look broken? Is it just not welded? No, you're welded. Right in here, that shape, what is that? Is there there's a little piece in here. There's a face right there. That's what it is. That's how it got away with it. I'm going to change that. I really don't like the looks of that. There's a point right here. I'm just going to slide that out a little bit. And I think and then I can just update my geometry. And I know this is kind of nasty looking. Actually, if we sub D it, it might fix it out too. But I don't know. I'm not happy with that. Let's see if we can maybe slide that out a little bit. So if I do that, and we just pull that out a little bit. There we go. And do I happen to have... See, it kind of did the same thing over here as well. Are you a hole? Are you a face? I hope that's a face. That is a face. Are you facing the right way, face? You should be. Yeah, it'll be fine. I might smooth this out a little bit, I think. I'm not crazy about the way that kind of... That's because Let's see how this works out, actually. So you are okay, except we're going to update that just a little bit. So I'm going to export this, and we're going to overwrite that. Whoops, let me just... I've only got one thing in here, so it should be fine. Let me say shade smooth. I had a thought and it's gone. Oh, I wanted to check my names. Need to walk the dogs. All right, see you when you get back, Charles. Those look fine. I'm going to just export this again. And then we'll just update this geometry with that. So I should see what I thought was an n-gon. Where were you? You were right there. That was my suspicious looking n-gon. It's just I couldn't see this little poly right in here. Also, when we subdivide this, it'll probably help clean things up a little bit. Fingers crossed on that. Let's get our Genesis 9 back in here. Let's do this. I'm going to update the space geometry with that little tweaked geometry we just did. We're just going to update the vertex position and say accept that. Oops. That's right. We actually have to tell it to use something. There we go. Open that. Accept that. All right. There we go. You can see my little fix. All right, let's do some things to this before we save it out. Let's put D-force on it. Let's come over here and let's edit geometry, convert to sub D. And that kind of smooths out some of these little issues a little bit. And then we'll do edit geometry. Let's just add a smoothing modifier on here. Recently, I've been wanting to change my smoothing modifiers to be generic instead of base shaping. This might be okay as a generic because I don't have a lot of wrinkles in here. So I might leave that as base shaping today. If I've got a lot of wrinkles in something, base shaping tries to smooth back into that shape. But this is relatively smooth, so this is probably going to work. All right, let's put did I put D-force on there? I think I did. Let's switch back to texture shaded. Let's come over here to surfaces. Let's see, are my materials still? Yeah, of course they're still good. Let's put on our generic shader. Let me switch over to headlight. And let's just run a sim and make sure everything's still working good on this. I may or may not smooth that. I don't know yet. How are you fitting for the female shape? Let's do that. All right. Take that off. Select that. Let's dial up the base feminine shape. Feminine. You know, that might be okay. Let me try some. Let's tweak our surface settings. All right, first things first, let's set our bend to 0.1. our bend stiffness. That'll help keep it from exploding most of the time, if I can find it. Something in here says bend stiffness. Oh my gosh, I'm going blind. There we go. Bend stiffness. Set that to 0.1. Let's change the expansion ratio. Let's make that just shrink up a little bit when it simulates. And let's see how that looks on the base female. I might live with that. We might need a little bit of tweaking. I might smooth that out anyhow. That is just a little harsh, isn't it? Yeah, let's smooth that out with ZBrush. Let's go back to our base shape when we do that. And we're going to do this, and then let's pop over, let's do the Go Z. Finally, after all these years of using ZBrush, I'm getting used to using it just because Go Z works so nice. Of course, now my ZBrush is 2 years out of date, but that's okay. For what I use it for, it doesn't really merit paying for a subscription. My old perpetual license works just fine for what I need. There we go. Get you in here. Hit that edit. Frame that up. I'm going to make some adjustments here. Let's change my brush size. Let's set my smooth intensity way down. I'm going to be mostly smoothing, and then we'll just set that down in case I have to and I'm just going to... Are you doing anything? My smoothing is 2. We'll just smooth that out a little through here. Those are a little wonky, aren't they? Why you no smooth those, ZBrush? I might have to fix those in Blender. Something in there ZBrush isn't liking. Oh, and the fact that ZBrush did open this up tells me I don't have any N-Gons. ZBrush won't work with N-Gons. It will just go, nah, bro, we ain't doing that. See, I'm getting another one there, too. I think I'm going to have to smooth those out with Blender. Dang it. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, ZBrush is saying I don't like those, whatever they are. I'm going to just make them spiky, bro. So, you know, let's go Z back. Oh, and I should fit ZBrush onto the... so I can see chat. Hey, chat. Still using Photoshop and Illustrator CS5. I don't blame you. I think 6... I may have copies of 6 still around, because 6 will run... 6 will run by itself. You can put that on a thumb drive and launch it, if I remember correctly. I do have to admit, I do have the Creative Cloud, though. Did I not go Z this? Let's try that again. And my ZBrush is now moved over to the other side. Let's bring you back over here. Let's get you back into here. Let's hit that Go Z. And I'm going to say update base mesh. We're going to do that. Yeah, and honestly, if I wasn't using Creative Cloud professionally, I probably would have stuck with that. And let's accept that. And see, now I've got these little weirdos in here. So we're going to take this over into Blender and fix that up. Oh, you got an ad? It didn't say it was going to add you. Yeah. Well, I use Creative Cloud professionally, so I use Illustrator, I use Photoshop, I use Acrobat. I occasionally will use Premiere. And professionally, I do use the AI expansion fill because it's just so cool. I hate to say that, but so when I'm doing this for clients, often you get these pictures that are just like squares, and I need to fit them in the landscape. And the Adobe AI just lets me just stretch out the landscape and makes up details to look fine. And the remove background tools have got stupidly good. So I have to admit, being able to just one button remove a background like 85% of the time is really nice. Yeah, if I didn't do it professionally though, I would really figure out ways to not have to pay for a Creative Cloud. Yeah, definitely if I was a hobbyist, I probably wouldn't have a Creative Cloud subscription. Um, I'm exporting this. There we go. We're going to export this. I'm just going to overwrite. I am not going to overwrite you. We're going to make a copy this time because I'm not that bold right now. I'm going to say O2, and we're going to clean this up with Blender. I have got this. I just sent this out at high resolution. Let's change that. Let's put that back to base, and let's turn the smoothing off. And now let's export that out. And then we're going to bring this into Blender and fix these little bugaboos. Do I have other bugaboos in here? I think I got a bugaboo. No, that's not a bugaboo. I got bugaboos there and there where my geometry got tight. Let's just check the backs and make sure I'm not missing anything. Nothing quite like fixing something and then finding something else needed to be fixed. And I'm wondering if this will just run okay. If we just deforce this. Oops. If I just run a simulation, is that going to just sim out? It does, but they still look bad. So we're going to fix that. Let's cancel this. Let's undo that. Let's pop it back over into the Blender. Let's hide you. Let's bring in the O2. And let's fix, I gotta fix that, and we gotta fix those. And I'm gonna turn off the face orientation, and we're gonna look at these. I'm hopeful I can just move these points around. Oh, you know what I know what happened here. This was just one line. I think I can just G stretch this. So we'll just use a tool and we'll just de-stretch that. Yeah, basically what I have here is 2 tries and it added a point. So I think if I just G-stretch these out, it'll clean them up. Daz won't have a big problem with that. Although if I have to clean this up with Blender or the ZBrush again, it might. So if I G-stretch, nope, I G-stretched the wrong ones. Let's zoom in and see where this goes. Oh, you go this way, from here to here to here. And then if I do a G-stretch on that, so it lines them up. And then I got that. I almost want to just delete that and then rebuild. Maybe I should do that. And then I got to remember to do that with the Genesis 8 version. But then again, this does break the... And then we'll just G-stretch that. Is that going to work that? And then just live with tries there. I don't know, let's try updating this. See how that goes. Let's put my shade smoothing back on. Let's export you again. I'm going to overwrite the O2. Yeah, I get that. I don't do the $40 a month either. I do the yearly $280, which works out to $300 with tax. But on the other hand, it does pay for itself for me. It's how I make clothes and sell it at Daz. I have to admit, I probably wouldn't be doing that if I wasn't using Marvel's Designer. I think we're good. Let's update this geometry again. Vertex positions. Let's come here. Let's come over here. Let's open that. And let's accept that. And there we go. And let me see if this stays happy. Control Shift F. And then if I simulate, I want to take it back into ZBrush though, just to see how that breaks. So if I try to smooth these again, if they get weird, goofy or not. Let's clean that up. Let's make sure I have you selected and not you, but you. And then let's do the Go Z again. And I just want to see, it doesn't really like those. So do I want to... Alright, sometimes I forget how to navigate in something. You see, it gets that... There might be a setting. Let me try something here in ZBrush and see if this is what's doing it. There are smooth settings somewhere in here. Smooth brush modifiers. Maybe if I switch that to 0 or 1. See, that doesn't... Oh, that's... Yeah, actually, I can do that. So I might be okay here. Oh, okay. So that it's kind of goofy, but it's going to work. Okay, so I don't have to redo my mesh. And now I think I will update the geometry with this. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm being bold. Go Z. Let's update the base mesh. Let's accept that. Maybe it's a little bit smoother now. We'll see. I got a couple of little weird divots there, but yeah. And then when we... Am I happy with this? I think I'm happy with this. Yeah, I don't blame you for getting stuff on sale. And thank you for purchases. I appreciate that. Man, my brain has stopped. I think this is... I got my smoothings on here. I got my D-Force on here. I have kind of tweaked my D-Force settings a little bit. I think I am ready to save this out. So let's do that. You're going to become a figure prop asset. And then we're going to stick this in that folder we were working in that we set up earlier. Martian, Maidens, Oracle, People, Genesis 9, Clothing, me, and there we go. and you're going to be MOM or Oracle. I misspelled Oracle. Address G9. Save that. The vendor is me. The product is going to be, I think I'm going to spell this out. Maidens of Mars. Actually, am I doing that on the other ones? Let's go take a look. Let's see what the data file says for the princess. So I can just try to be a little consistent here. So princess data. I did spell that out. Maidens of Mars. Okay. So we're going to do that here. And we're not going to say Maidens Ode Mars. We'll say Maidens of Mars. G9 is what I think. Oracle G9. Yeah, we're going to split this out into G8 and G9 versions. Oracle G9. MOM Oracle Dress G9. URA Dress. We're going to set a category here. Bum, bum, bum. Dresses. There we go. Save, 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 save. Create, 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 create. Add a lot of garbage I don't need. Add some really cool garbage I could use. And there we go. And we should be able to find this in the content library now. Refresh. There's our address. Yay. Get you away. Bring you back. And I think I'm just going to convert this. I'm just going to auto-fit this to Genesis 8 and see how that goes. And then if we have to, we'll update the geometry. So what this does is it gives me some cool adjustment morphs, although they're all poorly named. And then I have all this extra crap I don't need, like these character morphs, which we could just auto-fit in. So those I'm going to go clean up out of my data directory at some point. Not today. You're good. Let's get the sleeves and the leggings set up. Hopefully they go a little quicker. Humdidy, import. Let's do the sleeves. Get that in here. Say OK. Select those and transfer tool. Actually, let's just do a quick. Do I even need the D-force? I probably don't need the D-force this. And is it a little bunchy? That's probably fine. Let's just check the D-force just to make sure. Yep, nothing bad happened, so that'll be fine. Transfer tool that. So my Genesis 9 favorites. My sleeves. We will use the bodysuit tight template. Although for some reason it doesn't add all the extra. So you know what, I'm going to do the bodysuit loose template because it adds more adjustment morphs. It's kind of stupid, but. And then I'm going to say, I think, OK. For some reason, the tight template doesn't add some loosening morphs on the arms, and I'm not sure why. Is this good? Am I good to go? I think I'm good to go. Let's accept that. It does its thing. Let's clean up the materials. There should be 2 material zones on here. Sleeves and sleeves trim. So we're going to have sleeves and sleeves trim. Since I'm right there, I'll put D-force on it. Now I'll come over here. Let me put my base. And then we'll come down here. We'll make sure that we send our bend stiffness to 0.1 to start with. And do I want to maybe just tighten that up a little bit? Say like maybe 95. Let's see how that looks. Now we're gonna pin these trims down. Set them to be like a dynamic strength of 0 for now. There we go. I don't even know if I need D-force on these, honestly. But we have it if we want it. What else we need to do? We need to do the smoothing things. So back into here. We're going to do the edit geometry and convert to sub D, and then the edit geometry and add a smoothing modifier. I think this is probably be good to save. So yeah, we'll save that right there. This is sleaze. Made to Mars Oracle G9 looks good. Wardrobe full body. Do we have an option for just? Do I want to call this wardrobe? Do I want this to be accessories? I think I'm just going to say, ooh, we got a gloves option. We're just going to call these gloves. What the hell? What the hell? They're not proper gloves. That reminds me, I want to make faux gloves for the Rocket Girl outfit. All right, so that's looking good. Let's do the leggings. Hopefully that goes smooth. Import. Leggings. Accept. I think I am going to smooth this bunching out a little bit on the leggings, though. So let me just, we'll do our, dang it, I just deforced Genesis 9. Dang it. Let's undeforce that. Because if we do that, oh, the horror, the horror. One, it takes forever to do this. You know what? Can I cancel? I can't cancel this. This is what happens when your collision offset is smaller than your parameter size. I know, it's poor Genesis 9. Life was going so good until he got accidentally deforced. All right, let's get that off of there. Deforce. Where's the remove? Remove deforce modifier. There we go. That's better. I'll clear the sim. All right, we wanted to deforce the leggings because I want to just double check those. So we're just watching them, making sure they don't vanish or easily explode. They look fine. Cancel that. Clear that. All right, we're ready to transfer tool the leggings onto the figure. Leggings. I think I can use the tight template here because it actually adds loosening marks for the legs. So I'm going to say that. We'll accept that. And then we'll come back over into here. Bad side. It's the incredible melting, deflating man. Now that I'm all deflated, I can slip under the door. And then I'll just reinflate myself. There we go. Slithering in the places they were never meant to be. And my brain stopped again. I'm doing leggings. Oh, we're adding the stuff. Here we go. I got to clean up the material names. We're going to convert to sub D. we're going to add a smoothing modifier. We're going to pop over here and clean these up so that this just says leggings. That's like auto the autopilot. Is that it? Yeah, wasn't that valve stem in just the most inappropriate place ever? Are you good? Oh my gosh. That did not work out well. My whole leg over here is trim. I gotta fix that. Oh, oogly googly. All right, you know what I'm going to do? Where is my... I have to switch over to a view I can actually see polys with. Hidden line. Can I just loop that? Geometry selection, select loop. No, I didn't want that. I want select loop there. Geometry selection, select loop. And then I can hide that. Visibility, hide selected. Then I can just grab all of those and hide selected those. And then we're going to come down here and and then we'll just select. Am I not selecting anything anymore? There we go. I don't want to do that. We're going to do this. And I think I can select loop that and then hide that. And then we can just select these, hide those. That is probably one of the funniest movies ever made. Airplane. Probably the most laughs per minute of any movie ever made. I get the feeling it's like every moment they're like it's just like joke after joke after joke. And my brain stopped. Alright, so we're going to do that. Can I just select connected? There's a select connected. And then we're going to assign that to leggings. And we should be good. There we go. Alright. Disaster averted. Okay, I have converted this. So let's clean up this little bunchiness. I'm not crazy about that bunchiness. I'm just going to ZBrush the heck out of that. Is this going to work? Sometimes I have to restart to get ZBrush to do this. You have to pause them. That's all right, because the next one's coming in right behind that before you can catch your breath. All right, we're going to try to ZBrush this, but I'm not optimistic. I may have to just restart DAZ Studio, so we'll probably save these, and I might have to shut DAZ Studio back down. Because restarting ZBrush and GoZ doesn't always quite work after the first time. It is a little bit annoying that way. Get rid of that. See there, that might not be. I don't have my. Did I select the right thing? Yeah, see, my Genesis 9 figure didn't come in. So we're just going to save changes ZBrush before closing. Nope. Here, let's touch up this and this. We'll save them out. We'll close DAZ down and then restart it. And then I'm going to clean this up with ZBrush. Surfaces, I'm just going to grab all of this. We're just going to do that. Let's see, we already set the D-force on the sleeves, so we're just going to make sure we kind of do the same thing for the leggings. Oh, I don't have D-force on there yet. Let's do that. Super. I haven't watched that in a little while. Those guys, what is that, Broken Lizard? Those guys are funny. They made a whole bunch of movies. And they've got this fire department show I haven't watched. But I keep seeing clips of it on the YouTube Shorts. And my brain has stopped. I'm adjusting some D-force settings. That's right. Let's come over here. Bend stiffness 0.1. I'm going to set the trim to be not dynamic. And then we're going to just save these out. I think, did I save the sleeves? I did save the sleeves, so let's save the leggings. Hum diddy hum diddy hum diddy hum. Select leggings. Do that. Do this. Call you leggings. 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 I should probably spell that out properly. You are the Oracle G9. I'm going to call you... Do I get an option? Maybe we'll just call you Socks. You're kind of like Socks. Wardrobe. And do I get Socks again? I do get an option for Socks again. And I remember that time Opus said Reagan's Socks. And the Sacramento Union wouldn't run it. Just a bunch. I know, it's kind of cool that it worked out so well for them. A bunch of guys from college, and they were just able to make more or less a lifelong career out of doing their comedy skit work. It just turned it into making films. And TV, and I guess TV show. Which I haven't watched, but I might watch it someday. And my brain has stopped. I'm good. We're going to shut this down. I think I'm good to go. We're going to shut this down. We're going to smooth that out. I'm going to take a look at stuff that needs to be done on Rocket Gal next. And maybe do a little bit more work on Rocket Gal. Okay, Daz is shut down. Is Daz ready to open again? Do I need you? I'm going to hit save. I think we're good over here. See, Daz isn't launching. Oh, there it is. Okay, do I need you? I think I can just close this down. I'm not going to save that. Okay, so then we'll just bring in a Genesis 9. And then I'm just going to, I didn't want to do that. Switch back to here. Let's load in those leggings. Let's select that. That in that order. Activate Go Z. See if Go Z works. It should. There we go. So that tells me I don't have any N-gons, or else ZBrush wouldn't have done this. Pop into edit mode, frame that up. I'm just going to zoom down. These look a little symmetric to me, actually. How strange. Every now and then, Marvelous Designer will surprise me that way. These aren't symmetric. So I can't get away with symmetry. Let's I'm just going to make you smaller. Here, we got to reposition ZBrush so I can see chat. I want to do the Rocket Girl boots and set those up. So those still need to be done. Let's adjust my smoothing strength. Maybe make you a little bit smaller. Let's adjust our intensity. Oh, I guess I didn't. I guess I adjusted the wrong thing. Let's try that. We're going to pull that back out. Like that. So that kind of eases that out a little bit. And we'll just come over here. Do the same thing. And I'm just going to pull that out. It's probably going to be okay. Alright, we're going to update the base geometry with that. And did that work? It looks like it worked a little bit. I've got to recalculate the smoothing modifier though, because the smoothing modifier was based off of the old shape, so we're going to get rid of that and redo that. So take you, I'm going to come over here, edit geometry. I'm going to just remove that smoothing modifier, because if you saw, it was doing a little bunchy thing there, and that was left over from the old smoothing modifier with the old shape. So we're going to reapply the smoothing modifier, work with this shape, because the smoothing modifier gets kind of calculated on the shape that you have at the time. Unless you switch it to generic. I think generic doesn't do that. But anyway, what am I doing? I'm doing edit geometry, add smoothing modifier. It says I can't. Why? My smoothing, it's still there. Yeah, it looks fine though. I'm going to live with it. I'm going to resave that and call it a day for, I think we've made some good progress. Or do I want to just finish up? Maybe we'll get it fitted over to Genesis 8 and I'll worry about the Rocket Girl stuff later. We'll try that. So I'm going to resave this. Oh, why do you say O leggings? You shouldn't be O leggings. You should just be leggings. We're going to rename you, because O leggings is silly. So did I accidentally save this as O leggings? I did. We're going to have to clean some stuff up. You are socks. I'm calling you socks. And I'm going to accept that. Okay, now I have to go clean some stuff up because I have this O in here, which shouldn't be there. So we're going to rename this. We're going to take a look at the data folder and see if I've got some garbage in there now. There it is, O leggings. So we have rewritten it as leggings, so I don't need this anymore. So we're going to get rid of that. That's useless. And this should be good. A couple of things I'm going to do eventually. Right now I'm probably not going to do this. But there's a bunch of extra. With the latest version of DAZ Studio, it started adding all these characters. Or maybe it's when you do a when you do the transfer tool, it adds all these extra character morphs, which just adds extra weight because they auto-generate anyhow. So I have to remember to kind of delete that stuff out later. Anyhow, I think we're good here. Let's see if I can get this over to Genesis 8 now. So let's hide our G9. Let's switch back over to texture shaded. Let's load in a G8. Actually, before I do that, I want to clean up some stuff in the G9s. Yeah, never mind. We're going to clean up some of these the way these morphs are organized in here. Okay, so we're going to hide you. I'm going to bring this Genesis 9 stuff back. And we're just going to load up the dress and the sleeves. I'm going to just switch over to headlamp because it just looks a little bit nicer sometimes. And we'll do the leggings, and we're going to clean up our where our morphs and adjustments are set up in here. So let's come to parameters. I'm going to take a look at hidden and see if there's any garbage in here. Nope. Are you guys all... See, we're going to fix that. Well, I'm not going to fix those here in Actor. See, this got janky names. So when it creates these extra adjustment morphs, it just leaves them with these janky names. So we're going to fix the janky names to non-janky names. So expand all, loosen ankles, loosen buttocks. Do I need loosen buttocks on that? Is that actually doing anything? That is not doing anything. We're going to delete loosen buttocks. I have to do that from the data directory though. Because if I just delete it here, it'll just reload it in next time. Loosen the knees. Loosen the thighs. Why don't I have a loosen shins? I sometimes wonder about that. I will have to add some of my own adjustment morphs in here. Loosen thighs. So those are good. I'm going to switch over to edit mode. We're just going to take a look at some of this. I'm just going to make sure all of this has a limit of 100 on it. So I'm just going to set limits. Enable limits should be good. You know what? I'm probably going to end up deleting these out anyhow, but I'll set those limits. And then I'm just going to resave these morphs. All right, so that's good. Let's do the same thing kind of with the dress. You know, we'll just set all of those to 100. Let's pop over into Actor. I think this is all good, but we have all these loosen morphs that got janky names. So we're gonna tweak all of these, clean those up, and then save them back out. Not that one, this one here. Get rid of that garbage. Did I just... It did say ankles. I don't know if the dress really needed an ankles. It is adjusting them. I do want to make sure these limits are all set too. So we'll do that before I forget. And then back to just renaming all of this crap. And loosen midriff. And loosen neck. And loosen skirt above knee. Skirt below knee. Baloney? Is that what it said? My baloney has a first name. Something like that. I don't know. Loosen skirt mini. The mucha. Loosen sleeve short. I don't need that. We'll try to remember to delete that out from the data directory later. And loosen waist lower. Probably good. Loosen waist upper. Okay, and then we'll save these out. All right, I did set you all to 100, didn't I? I did. Okay. Where is that? Anyhow, does that do anything? See, that doesn't do anything. I'm going to delete that out. All right, then we'll just save all the updated morph names to there. Got to get the TV set up so you can watch those old movies and others. Yeah. I guess you could do it on the computer. If you got a large enough monitor, I suppose. All right. I got to do the sleeves still. So set this up. Clean up the names in here. Wrists. You know, that really didn't do a very good job of adding. I still am going to have to add more adjustments. Because this kind of half-assed, is it? All right, let's just make sure everything is set with limits on. Let's just check over here and make sure I don't have anything weird going on. I think we're good. I think I'm just going to resave these morphed assets again. And you know what? I'm just going to do that, accept that. Hopefully we're good to go. Okay, I should be able to now hide you. We can come back to here, and then we're going to fit these to that and see how well that goes. That did not. Let's try that again. There we go. Genesis 9 MMX. I'm not sure where I got that from, but it seems to work nicely. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to call you full body and accept that. And if it looks janky, we will update the geometry with the one that we exported out. And if it doesn't look janky, we just go with it. And this saves a little bit of rigging time. So I think that came in kind of nice. So I think we're good with that one. I don't think I'm going to do anything else with that except just now save it out. We have to rename it. So because this is no longer a G9, this is now G8 female. All right, let's and are you still D-forced? And it still has D-force on it. And it still has my smoothing modifiers, right? See, my mesh resolution still high. My smoothing modifier is still there. My cleaned up material names are all still there, and we get these cool adjustment morphs for free. And then if I don't like the shape, I can just update it with the one that we saved out. So we're done with that. The G8 leggings are done. We'll move on to the sleeves. The dress might be a little trickier. Genesis 9. You are a full body. I'm going to accept that. We are patiently waiting for the transfer tool to run. I think that worked out well. Does that look nice and clean? I think that's good. That's as good as if I brought in the other geometry and did it. So, yeah. So, all right, let's do the dress. You are, once again, this. We're just going to call you a knee-length template dress and accept that. This one I might need to update the geometry on. But then that means I might have to do some cleaning up in here. I'm worried about what's going to happen down here. But we'll see how this goes. But this kind of gets me a leg up on the rigging, just doing this transfer. See, I didn't like the way it spread that out. I thought it was going to do that. So I think what we're here, let's take a look and see if I can still use my, so I'm going to select, the dress. Actually, let's change the name of this. A female. And these are good, so let's save these out before something bad happens. I think I just selected the sleeves there. Nope, I selected the leggings, so let's not save that. Let's do this. I can't remember. I'm going to copy the name from over here just so I can make sure I'm consistent. Otherwise, my brain's going to get this screwed up. There we go. MOM Oracle Leggings G8F looks good. And you're going to be the G. I'm just going to say G8F here. Spell it out. Female. There we go. Actor character, you are follower, wardrobe. Do I get socks? I do get follower wardrobe socks. There we go. Wardrobe socks. And accept that. Okay, let's save the sleeves. Okay, that I can just do this way. I can spell sleeves, sure. This is the Genesis 8 version. You're going to be wardrobe, follower wardrobe, and I'm calling you gloves. All right, let's see if we can update the geometry on that dress with the G8 version that we saved earlier. I don't think I made any actual geometry changes, so I'm optimistic that we can get away with this. So let's update base geometry. We're just going to update the vertex position. We are going to use this one right here. Okay, so we got to scale this up. So when we do this, I have to change that to be, I can't see my numbers. Okay, I have to change that to be 1062.6.99. And if I accept that, yay! It worked. I am going to smooth that out with ZBrush though. Other than that, and I might rerun the transfer tool on it just to tweak the rigging a little bit. So I think we'll do that. It's because the rigging was set up for the other shape. So I think if we just do this, here's hoping I don't really just screw this up. You know what? I'm going to save this before I break it. I'm going to cancel that. Are we good to go on that? I think my D-force was still on there, wasn't it? Yeah, that looks fine. I think I do want to smooth this a little out right here with the ZBrush, but other than that, I think we're good. This is D-force, so I probably don't need to tweak anything. Let's go ahead and save this before I blow it. You're going to be dress. And you are the, there we go, the G8 version. We're going to switch you from skirt to dress. I'm going to set you up to be a dress. Dresses, accept that. And away it goes. And I think everything, the only thing I wanted to do is update the base geometry to be a little bit smoother in the breasts. So let's try that. Let's see how this goes. This may act funky, and I may need to just shut everything down and reload everything for ZBrush. Other than that, I think I'm good. Turn that. Let's take a look at our parameters. Look at that. That's the wrong thing. See, those still work. What are you? Why do I have two things here in morphs? That came from the transfer tool, didn't it? You guys are just weird JCMs that don't need to be there. And then there's all of this crap. A lot of this stuff is left over from Genesis 9, so we're probably going to get rid of that. But that comes later on when I clean up the data folders. And that's totally non-user facing stuff. ZBrush. Let's see if my ZBrush is working with this setup right now. Nope. Or maybe. Actually, kind of did. Cool. All right, I just want to smooth this out a little bit. And I probably have to tweak my smoothing brush modifiers to do that. So I can do that. And then I'm just going to smooth that out. Cool. And then we'll just get the other side. I should take my finger off occasionally just to give myself points, places I can undo too. All right, I think that's going to be good. Go Z. Update base mesh. Accept. Happiness. I kind of like that. I'm happy with how this is looking. I got 30 minutes left, so maybe I'll rig boots. And then Monday might be just a texture day. We'll see. If Emerga pops in, I might want to do Blender. But I got a bunch of stuff to texture up. I'm liking how that's looking. I'm happy. Oh, excuse me. I should have turned the mic off. And my sinus. Oh, ad break in 3 minutes. I gotta save this. That's right. We gotta save this once more. Over here. Say yes. And I gotta always set the category. Alrighty. I'm just thinking of things in my mind. Sorry. All right, let's do the boots. That I'm not going to do the same thing with the autofit trick here. Where were we? Hey, Blender. Where are those boots? Boot base. I think maybe you. Yeah. All right. I don't think I've done the boots yet. Let's go check. I haven't looked at the. Let's see what we have set up. Anyhow, so this is got a good start going. So Starheart, people, Genesis 8, close. Nope, I just have the basic outfit. We'll do the Genesis 9 version first. We have the helmet set up for G9. I gotta get back to that. But right now I want to try to set up the boots. So I think I'm good with this stuff. I'm just gonna say file new. And I'm not saving any of this because we have saved it all off. It doesn't come with panties. Sorry, Charles. I was wondering whether or not I should add something in there. Maybe I'll do a Geo Show panty just to let something be underneath just in case. All right, let's load in this. Let me get my shoe instructions. PowerPoint. Rigging shoes in DAZ Studio. There we go. Let's see where we are. Do I even have a... Let's do a file import on that. Let's do projects. You are in my pulp folder. Starheart. Whip. I do not see boots, so... And I don't think I've shaped this for Genesis 8 yet. So we just have these Genesis 9 boots. So I think this is what I wanted to export out. And Charles said something, but I got Daz in the way. Let's do that. I do have Boots G9. Why did I not see you? Oh, there they are. And you are currently set up to. Missed the joke. You need to reread it. Sarah just might wear that as long as you don't make her wear panties with it. Oh, I see. That's the wrong spot. I'm typing in the wrong spot. I'm typing in chat. I don't want to be typing in chat. I want to type right here. That should say 10,000. I think that's 10,000. Looks like 10,000. Oh, look, we got boots. Did the boots come in? Let's just double check. Did I get surfaces with these? I did. Excellent. We did set up some textures for these. And I forgot what my pose needs to be on these, so we're going to try to figure that out. So we're going to pose these feet to fit the boots. I'm not going to use pose controls. We're just going to bend. I don't know, if we say 45, it's too far. If I say 40, 35, 35 looks like it's worked. So let's go to the toes. And minus 35. That looks like it's going to fit. Okay, let's put that to the other side. I don't have to do select. I can do root, left to right, accept. Should be good. We're going to save that as a foot pose. So that's going to be a pose preset. SH star heart. And somebody's got cap locks on. Boots. There we go. G9. Boots. Feet pose. All right, let's just pose the feet. Hip, pelvis, left thigh, left shin, left foot, right thigh, right shin, right foot. There we go. Accept that. All right, now let's get these to fit. Select you, pop over to my instructions. All right, import shoes, copy currently used hidden parameters. Okay. So in here, say currently used, we're going to copy that. I'll print screen that puppy. I don't need you. I do want this. For me, this is just faster than typing or copying this stuff down. I just make a quick script, print screen, and then I have my settings right there. All right, what's the next step? It's right there. Bake the joint rotations. Okay. Use the joint editor. Bake joint rotations. There we go. Reset the JCMs. 53.8 this is the first two. 53.8. I gotta turn that editing off. 53.8. 58.3. What the hell? 58.3. 58.3. Okay, should be good. I'm going to get out of edit mode. All right. Use the transfer utility. Activate transfer utility. Select an item. This Genesis 9 favorite. Select another item. Those boots. We are not using a projection template. Don't touch that, Chris. It's bad. Okay. 0 the JCMs on the shoes. So these all get set to 0. Reverse the Genesis pose. Right, left foot. What did we bend 35? Actually, you can do this, right? We saved. So if I do this, and then we can come into here, and that needs to be minus, and then I need to do the toes, 35. Then we'll just mirror that across the Y. Should be good. Okay, touch up the shoe weight maps. All right, let's do it this way today. Maybe not. I'm gonna. Yeah, I think this is close enough. We're gonna try this. Let's export this out as an OBJ, as an updated OBJ shape. You are my export. Pulp. You're going to be the O2 for the boots for G9. And that's probably all good. We're going to accept that. All right, I'm going to hide this. We're going to bring in another Genesis 9. We're going to rig these boots to that. So this shape here, going to go to that. And then I'm just going to rig this as shoes on this one here. So we run the transfer. That is load morph target. That is the transfer tool. There is 2. There is the second boot. We are going to use, do I get a footwear template? There we go. We're going to use that. Accept that. Okay, we're going to apply our foot pose. So it needs just a little bit of touch up on there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to load in our original boot shape as a morph target. Which one here says there? One right there. So this is going to be a morph target. Accept that. Oh no! Oh, I'm applying it to the wrong thing. I have my Genesis selected. I can't tell you how many times I do that. That's better. And then what we're going to do is dial that in. And then we're going to zero this out and resave that out as an updated shape. And then I don't think I need this. So we're going to take you, reset you, take you, and export you back out. I'm just going to overwrite this O2, save that, say yes, accept, we're going to dial you back to that, and then we're just going to update the geometry with our revised shape. Nope. Yep. Right there. Do that. Accept. Should work. And then when we apply the pose, we should be hunky-dory. Nope, I applied it to the boots. Let's try applying it to the Genesis 9. I think I'm good. And then I'm going to save that out. And you're going to go over here somewhere. Pulp and Starheart and people and Genesis 9 and clothing and me and Starheart and Starheart boots. G9. And my vendor name is not Daz. And you are Starheart, I think. And item name is... Oops, I've got the Genesis 9 selected. That is going to be bad. We're going to cancel that. Let me change your name. And then let's export you. I was trying to overwrite my Genesis 9 instead of my boots, or saving my boots. Let's try saving the boots instead. Boots. That's better. You are footwear, and I have to tell you to be footwear as well. And accept that. I think I have textures for this. I got 13 minutes. Let's see if we can get the textures on here. And then let's see if we can get this rigged for Genesis. Although I have to fit it for Genesis, whatchamacallit. So that might take a little longer because I don't think I have a pair already fitted for Genesis 8. We have to do that over here somewhere. Do I have a Genesis 8 in here? I do have a Genesis 8. Which Genesis 9? 07. So maybe we hide Genesis 9. I load up a Genesis 8. We do an 07. Nope, you're not. Oh, 08. I have one almost fitted. That's pretty close. We just need to tweak that just a little bit for Genesis 8. Are you good? You're good. Let's go to surfaces. Let's set that with the base shaders. I'm pretty sure I saved out a base shader or base materials for the boots. Projects. Pulp. Starheart. Runtime. Textures. Me. Starheart. I did not do the boots yet. Okay, so we're not texturing the boots yet. Alright, so we are just going to go move along to rigging for Genesis, whatchamacallit. So let's just clean up everything else that's in here. Let's get a Genesis 8 in here. While that's happening, we'll pop back over to here and we'll get these boots to fit a little bit better. So I basically just have to pull that heel back a little bit and pull this side out a little. So I think if we do this, and we'll do a little bit of proportional editing. I think that is on already. So if I just pull maybe that back a little bit. Probably good enough. And then maybe we'll just slide this out. Oh, there it is. I'm looking for this little blue thing. It's getting lost in the green. Okay. Almost there. You know what? I think that's going to be a good fit for Genesis 8. I hope. Let's take a look around the shin. My little... Have I got good clearance on there? Because I'm going to have to put tights on here. You know what? I think I'm going to just maybe pull that out a little on there. Maybe a little this way. I'm optimistic that that'll work. Let me just check my UV mapping. Yeah, that looks fine. All right, I think that's going to be the Genesis 8 version. That didn't take too long. Let's export that. Boom. Starheart Boots G8 female, and let me make sure I just do selected only. Otherwise, I will have a huge hot mess coming in here. Okay, so one thing I always do is tweak these legs a little bit for fitting. Side to side. Are you 6? Yep. So you get to be -6. Let's import in our boots. All right, let's get our feet to fit. 35. I usually work, oh, that says 25. That still says 25. It's because I selected the metatarsals. That's my problem. And I'm getting a little bit of poking out in the back. So we're probably going to adjust that back just a little bit and re-import. Although maybe I have metatarsals bending in there too. If I take you, make you 25, and then if we bend the metatarsus, say 10, and then take those toes, minus 35. That's looking like a good fit. So we'll do that. Let's mirror that to the other side. Oops. Let's save that foot pose. Pose preset. Feet pose. All right, and then we're just going to save the feet. Actually, for right now, I think I'm also going to save. No, I'm just going to save the whole leg for right now. And later on, because while I'm working with this, it's easier just to be able to have this. And then later on, we'll just save it so it only saves the feet. Okay, now back to our instructions. All right, copy the currently used hidden parameters. So parameters currently used, there's our hiddens. Just screen cap that. Three decades of PowerPoint experience finally paying off. All right, those are the numbers we're looking at right there. I don't even need to see what these are. I just need to know what these are, really. All right, we have done that part. Bake the joint rotations. Yep, all right, right click, edit, bake joint rotations, reset these, 33.3, 33.3, 33.3, 58.3, 58.3, 58.3, and you are 38.5, and 38.5, and 38.5. All right. It's good. Is that good? Bake joint rotations, reset JCMs, use transfer tool. Transfer tool. Genesis 8. Boots. Don't touch that. I can't tell how many times I have actually touched that and screwed things up. Learned my lesson. You know, after you screw stuff up the same way a dozen times, you start learning your lesson. Okay, it's good. Now what do we do? Zero the JCMs and the shoes. So these all get set to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Okay, reverse the pose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that pose we just did here. And then we're just going to reverse that. So actually this just needs to be 0. Actually that just, yeah, dang it. Stop that, stop that. So we're going to come in here, change that to 6. Left foot becomes minus 25, minus 10, 35, minus 6, I don't think I have to touch that. Nothing in the shin. 25 minus 25. Minus 10. And 35. Okay. So I should have that into like a zeroed shape. So let's export that back out. There we go. I'm going to call you O2. And accept. And I think we're good with this. We're going to reload and then re-rig. And I'm out of coffee. Dang it. Oh, it's almost 4. We're almost there. We got to find somebody to raid. We're going to go just a wee bit over today. And yeah, so let's see what's on the Twitchverse today. Sorry, YouTube friends. What do we got? What do we got? Probably Meeksy or his toilet. Meeksy or toilet. I'll probably just go over and hang out with toilet. I think we'll do that. I'm just double checking, making sure there isn't anything like DJ Stu on or something. Yeah, I think we'll just hang out with toilet. We'll just go check out the toilet. I think I'm just double checking. Toilet's got 30 viewers. Oh, Toilet's probably co-streaming with somebody. That's right. I think Toilet has Crazian with him today. So I think we will go hang out with Toilet. There we go. Yeah, thanks for being here, Napsmore. I appreciate it. All right, we're almost done with this though. We're going to rig up these boots, and then we're going to call it a day. Dun, 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 dun. So we're going to import in our boot objects that we just made. Accept that. We're going to run the transfer tool on that. I can use a template this time. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to choose that. I think we have. Do I get shoes? I don't have a shoes template in here. So we'll just use the full body. And we'll accept that. And we'll just patiently wait while it does its thing. And then we're going to update the shape with the original shape. And I'm going to probably touch up the weight maps and stuff later. But we're going to get this kind of set up. Come on, there we go. Okay, let's repose that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to tweak this shape a little bit with the original shape. So I'm going to load that in as a morph target on the boots. Let's switch. Dang it. What did I do? Where's my scene tab? There it is. Okay, select you. Let's change your name to that. Let's load in the original shape as a morph target. Accept that. Looks good. I'm going to pop over to here. So I'm going to just dial that back in. We're going to reset this and then save out that shape and then update the geometry. Then I'm going to tweak the, make sure my surface settings are set up, and then we're going to save that out and call it a day and talk to Toilet. Super Chat You Carry art stream with the cool Crazian. Twit's sexiest art stream. #1. Looks good. Export. I'm going to overwrite that O2. Yeah, we're going to replace that. I'm going to 0 this back. I just exported the wrong thing. Damn it. There we go. And then we're just going to reset that. And we're just going to update our geometry with the new shape. Accept that. There we go. Now when we put this on, and I should apply them to this. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. And now I'm going to just save these boots out. Actually, let's go to the surface tab real quick and put my base shader on there, and then we'll save it out. There we go. And I just put it on the Genesis. That's better. All right, now we're ready to save you. And you are going to come over to the Genesis 8. And we're going to just right there, and you're just going to be boots. And do that. And my product is the Starheart boots for G8 female. Looks good. Actor character, we're going to switch you to be follower, wardrobe, footwear. And you get to be wardrobe, footwear. Footwear, I'm going to accept that. And we're gonna call it here for the day. All right, so we made really good progress on the Oracle dress, and I've got the rocket boots into Daz. So we're getting there. I do have textures for these. I'm just not sure. I guess I didn't bring them over from Substance, or I lost them somewhere, or I stuck them in the outfit folder or something. I don't know. So anyhow, thank you all for being here. We're going to be back tonight, 8 p.m. It's Saturday night, so it's the Saturday Night Social. Feel free to join the Discord. If you want to participate, Discord, drop stuff in the gallery. We could share tonight. Make sure it's Twitch safe, though. Yeah, and then the next stream will be after that Monday, 2 p.m. Something modeling on Monday. So that's what we're going to do next, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And thank you all for being here. Napsmore, it's good to see you. CS Bond. Hey, you all following CS Bond? Check him out. Join his Discord. Art, thank you for being here too. I appreciate it, man. And I think this is done. I don't even need to save this. Look at that. I'm being bold because we've got it saved over here. I'm going to say, no, we're not saving. We ain't saving stuff. Anyhow, let's go say hi to Toilet After Dark. He's co-streaming with Creation today. It is super cool. Here's where we're heading. If you can stick around for the raid, that would be cool. And we got the raid calls. If you're not a sub, you can use that. If you are a sub, you can use the sub raid call. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to start this Toilet After Dark raid. Actually, let's do this. Let's start the Toilet After Dark raid first. Then I'm going to copy this. And hasta la vista, baby. Oh, and thank you all for anybody who's watching on the YouTube. I appreciate that. And I'm going to shut down the YouTube now. Bye.